Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to F1 2020. This is the last question mark MyTeam series. We're on episode number 5. We open up with a minor ERS upgrade. There is a major one. I'm only a few points away from being able to do that, but you can already see our engine has jumped the other Ferraris now on paper by a very small margin, but we've just about caught up to Mercedes. So we're not in desperation mode for upgrades in that department, so I will slow it down a bit. But it looks like the next series of upgrades in the powertrain are all major ones besides the one we just incorporated. So we will definitely focus our attention in other directions for a little while. Chassis is already as upgraded as I can get it until I can upgrade the facilities. Aero, we do have a couple minor upgrades to go, and it looks like at least one major upgrade that we can nail down. So we'll definitely be focusing most of our attention on those upgrades in the short term. In the facilities, we now have $5 million saved up, so we can get our next upgrade of some kind going. I think the cash is going to make a big difference, so we are going to look to marketing and claim improvement speed. If we can get to that level 10, we're going to bring in a lot of extra cash. Positive effects of the team activities also equals a whole lot of cash and extra R&D points to where we can level up the car a bit faster. But again, it goes back to what do I do with these two departments? Aero and chassis. So chassis is already locked out, so I'm kind of thinking of maybe investing a little bit here before then spending that $5 million on marketing. Resource points are a huge thing. We can get 40 extra resource points. That really adds up over time, so we'll spend $2 million on that.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane.
Alright, so we're in Montreal for the next round of the championship. Got some new parts on the car, so we're definitely starting from the back of the grid. My teammate beside me, they have +2 pace from what they had, as I did invest a little bit into Delatraz this time, trying to boost them up. We are going to have a contract renewal coming up soon, and indecisive on whether I should hang on to Delatraz and develop them or look for another teammate at that time. But let's go ahead and go racing. Montreal is a place where I can usually turn in pretty good times, but generally it takes me a few laps to get going here. We've got a definite advantage on the long backs and front straight. If we can take advantage of that and keep the car in one piece, maybe we can have a pretty decent race here. Let's go ahead and put up 5 red lights and let's go racing. Lights come up quick. I got a really good run this time. We're already up around the outside. Grass. Okay, we've got the inside here. We should have room. Oh, it's so hard to turn though. Okay, we're down to P20 after getting up a little higher than that. Wow, I'm struggling to turn here. I didn't take any damage, did I? No, we're good. Whoops. Cut that way too tight and took myself out. Alright, we'll go from here. Really struggling with the downforce. I don't know if we're set too much for the... That was better. Too much to the long straight.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that kind of worked out. To avoid contact, we shoot up the inside. And on the hairpin, we find ourselves moving up to P17. The slow to medium speed corners are still really difficult with the chassis and the aero the way it is, but we're getting through here. And more or less keep pace. Definitely not using enough curb. Good run there, should help close things down before the straight, before the hairpin anyway. And sure enough, we're right on the wheel of Stroll now. The engine power, I should get a bit of a run here. Maybe we can catch Stroll. Not quite. We go early. Try to get on the power here, see if we can't catch him into turn 1 around the outside of turn 2. Oops. Oh. Wow. It's luck, but I can't turn. Why can't I turn? What happened here? It was so good, and then it wasn't. Ready? Right there? Okay. Too much momentum still. Ooh, Stroll fights back to the inside as I back off from Kvyat. Not the cleanest overtake, but we're up a spot.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Not sure that Kvyat was able to get DRS, so this is gonna give me a chance for turn 1 again. Too much. I gotta just tuck in. I put my nose in somewhere it didn't belong. That was entirely my own fault. Trying to force an issue that's not there is not helpful, but a little better through here. Alright. I think I'm close enough to Kvyat now that we've got a good chance of overtaking him through the straight. Yeah, we'll get him under braking for sure.
Nice move. Good job. Green flag. This is your final lap of the race.
Was that Kvyat running out of space there? I cut him off too much. I thought it was pretty clean. Out of extra fuel, so this looks to be about as far as I'm gonna get. Still got plenty of overtake though. I'm struggling to turn. Did I touch his wing? Stroll coming up behind me. Yeah, Kvyat's gone. Way too deep there. But we've got to overtake all the rest of the way. Not a bad result.
That's the end of
Not my cleanest race, but did all right there. We get up to P15. It's in the mix. It's definitely ahead of a handful of drivers. We move up 7 spots. A good 6 of those were pretty legitimate overtakes. Still not the cleanest though. That was a little bit of a rough race for me. But I get to P15, I'll take it. So, first thing that jumps out to me is that Kvyat finished in last place. So, coming through that final chicane towards the start-finish line, I think he did make contact with the wall. He might have made contact with my right rear, but if he did, to be honest with you, that's on him. That was definitely not on me. I was more than far enough ahead of him, and I went straight through there. So there's that. Delatraz was next to last. Beyond that, and definitely off the pace, though he was a little bit quicker than Latifi, and right on his wheel, 0.3 of a second behind him, so that's something, but behind both Williams is not good. We beat both Williams, a Haas, a Renault, a Racing Point, plus Kvyat, and take 15th. One really noticeable thing is Bottas only finished in 9th place and started in 10th. Hamilton picks up the win, so that gives him a big advantage. Bottas down to a 5-point lead after a really, really poor race there. Verstappen in 3rd, Leclerc and Vettel still really tight, and also pretty close behind Verstappen. Albon way behind. And Grosjean actually moves up to 16th on best finish position. So I actually moved down a bit from that. And currently in the Constructors, that also moves Haas up a spot with us down to 10th place. Resource points, department morale for 20,000 cash. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Failed upgrade. Quick, easy fix, but how long is it going to take us? Just in time, ready the day before we head to the French Grand Prix. And we've unlocked some chassis upgrades. Can't afford the major one. We can get a minor. It's tire wear, which isn't necessarily a big concern for us. So we're going to hang on to these points. Double failure this week as the ERS upgrade failed. You can see Ferrari has jumped both us and Mercedes with an upgrade of their own. This is going to take 2 additional race weekends before this upgrade is ready now. So it's going to be a little while before the engine actually does climb that ladder a little bit. 800 points, though, is plenty to at least get our next aero upgrade on the go. We have drag reduction or full-on rear downforce. The rear downforce, that one's going to have a bigger impact, so let's go ahead and invest in that one.
To the circuit Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix, an event dating all the way back to 1906. It's been held at many venues over the years, with famous moments from Dijon and Manicourt the feature of many a highlights reel. And let's hope we see more of those in the race today. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral straight at around 205 miles per hour.
So we're at Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix. This is a track that's still new to F1, but I've definitely logged some laps here now. I have one weak spot on the course, and I have one really strong portion of the course. In the weak section, it's the penultimate corner where I often go too deep. Sometimes that forces me trying to maintain speed to go a little too deep into the final corner, so I can mess up both of those, but I'll often mess up that one corner and lose a tenth to even 0.3 of a second. But then there's one really strong section coming off of the long straights where I tend to be much quicker than the AI in this game, and I gain more than 0.3 of a second there. So I tend to be quick here. But usually that comes after some practice laps. We'll see if we can get that going early in this one and use it as an advantage and possibly make some overtakes, especially with our double straight here. Our engine power could give me a little bit of a boost. Let's see if that can help me at least get P15, if not a little bit higher this time. But we're in France. We're going to put up 5 red lights. Let's go racing. Delatraz ahead of me. Alright, so we're into P16 after a pretty dang good start. But I've already used a bit of ERS. Keep fighting on this one. See if we can't make this overtake. Oh, shoot. Got some damage there, but we're not going to reset. We are what we've got. What we've got.
You'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Oh, no. That was my fault, but I had the position.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Oh, come on.
That move was illegal. Return the position.
Giovinazzi's so slow overtaking me there. I end up losing an additional spot. Hey, that wasn't actually half bad that time. And we're back past him. I don't know what happened to my ERS. I thought I shut it off already. And it's gone on lap 1. Shoot. So I've made 2 mistakes in this one now, fundamental mistakes. Little wing damage. And used up my ERS. Apparently not. I'm back to 85% already. So Definite downforce issues though on a couple of those tighter curves.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
There we go. That was really good through there, and that's opened up that gap behind me, so I don't have to worry about those guys anymore. This is where I normally gain that time. That was my double quarter. That's strong. I just got too wide the previous time trying to pass Giovinazzi.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Snap of oversteer there. I was in perfect position to make an overtake, but lost that opportunity. Let's see if we can get that close enough again here. Not that time. Here we go though. Come on now. Come on. Right here. Right here. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Late braking forced our way in that time. Up to P14. Even with the damage. And that's Vettel in front of me. And this is not your real life scenario with the Ferrari being way off the pace. Purple sector too. And that wasn't even that great because I was in traffic. P13. Could this be the day where we finally get into the points? Way too deep there. Got Vettel behind me, really close. And I'm giving it everything I've got, but okay, we got around Raikkonen, nearly get overtaken, and then we bounce back. Alright, we're in really good shape here.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oops. Thought I had enough to get inside, didn't. And he's trying to come back at me here. We're gonna go deep to make sure we've got the position. Here we go. Come on now. Such great shape. One spot out of the points. One spot. Here we go. Save the last little bit of ERS. We've got a chance. A real chance here. This is my strongest area coming up. A little wide this time. But we're in striking distance. I don't think we're gonna get him though. Huge snap of oversteer. P11. P11. Still, excellent result. Excellent result. I will take it. Hell yeah. No points, but so close. This is going to be good for the standings, too. Halfway through the field from 22nd to 11th. Mercedes was really strong today. They ran away with this one. Bottas, Hamilton, 8 seconds clear. 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody else. Perez moves up to P3 in this one to get on the podium. Leclerc, Verstappen, Ricciardo, 4, 5, 6. Norris, Albon, Sainz, and Gasly round out the points. We come oh so close. We were definitely headed the right direction, but couldn't quite get there in the end, but I'll take it. It's an excellent result. Really happy with that one. Vettel all the way down in P14. And for those standings, I jump to 15th. Best of the rest now, having just missed out on the points. And that also jumps us one spot in the constructors' standings. Ahead of Haas once again, back into P9. I think we will definitely get a point at somewhere or other this season. This is definitely one of the better tracks to get around some cars. And we did. Still just a little bit off. Chassis, aero, couple upgrades away, I think, from getting a better handle of the car, where I can make my way through a little bit quicker. We certainly have the power that we need to do it now. What I'm also missing, though, was that damage to the wing early. That made the turns a little tighter, a little harder, setting myself back that much further with the aero and chassis deficiencies that we have. So if I can keep a clean race at, say, Sochi, with another upgrade or two to the aero and chassis, clean race, I could definitely get top 10 there. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.